what's going on, y'all? So I wanted to make this quick video about two trades that I took this week, Thursday and Friday. One win, one L. So as you can see by the title, I am a Topstep trader. I trade with the Topstep X platform on a 450K account. So I'm gonna just be going over the basics of my strategy, why I got in, why I got out, and the trade I took an L on. I'm gonna show you my confluences on why I got in, but going back and journaling my trades this weekend, I can see why I actually shouldn't have gotten that trade, and I'm gonna show you the trade that I should have placed instead. So let's just go and get into it. So Thursday, I think this was Thursday trade, March 6th. Um, I start off by marking my highs and lows, starting from the higher time frame. And I trade New York session, and I only trade ES, which is S&P. And I trade from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. So that's my trading zone. I don't trade before that. I don't trade after that. Even if I hold in a trade, if it doesn't hit TP before 10 a.m., I'll just manually exit the trade and then just be done with the day. So starting off on the 4 hour time frame, I mark up the highs and lows. Um, get this ray. So I just mark up here, down and went up. That's a low. Here, up and went down. That's a high. So I just start there, then drop down to the 1 hour time frame. See if I can find any highs and lows in between the 4 hour ones. So right here, I found the low, down and up move. So that's all I see for right now. And then after that, it's just as simple as going down to the 15 minute and 5 minute to identify structure and to just see which one of my confluences lines up to see where I'm going to take the trade. So I only target a 1 to 2. I found that's what works for me. And I don't go break even, or I don't move my stop loss into profit, anything like that. I just go for a 1 to 2. Either it's going to hit my TP or it's going to hit my stop loss. So let's drop down to the 15 minute. Let me go to March 6th. Okay, here we go. 15-minute time frame. So I take this tool and then I'll just draw 15-minute structure, see how it's lining up, and see if I can find any supply and demand entries or if I can find any liquidity sweep entries. So starting from before my session, I'll just start here. It's high, it's low, it's high, bad. Okay, right there. Low, high, low. All right, so starting from right here, I can see that price is obviously bearish. And at the time of my trade, obviously it was right here. This vertical line is 6 a.m. and that's just I just put it on my charts because Top Step doesn't has the sessions indicator that I would use on TradingView. So I just manually put my vertical lines to mark out my sessions for each day. So this is why I was drawing the 15 minute. Then I would drop down to the 5 minute to look at 5 minute structure as well. And so, so where my entry was, it was very quick. I think I entered right at my session open. So because I seen price on the 15 minute bearish and it made this lower high, then this lower low, I dropped down to the 5 minute time frame and I drew out this supply zone, dragged it over, and then my entry is I just wait for a price to break. Depending on how structure looks, I wait for it to break 1 to 2 candles that retested the supply zone or demand zone, whichever way I'm trading. So in this case, I would wait for it to break below one of these candles in my supply area. So I think this day I wait for it to break this doji right here. And so I get in after the break of the candle, and then I just put my stop loss either above the zone or above the last candle itself. And so, like I said, I just target a 1 to 2 right here. So I'm in and out like real fast. So if I place my trade at 6 a.m., that's when the candle broke. It broke around like 6:01, 6:02 in real time. So like 6:02, and then I was able to exit the trade around 6:15. So just like a 13-minute trade, real fast. And then, you know, I usually I used to target the lows and highs, but I found inconsistencies with that. So it would like either come down far and then stop me out at like break even, or it was just stop me out completely. And so that's one reason I stopped using stop profits, and I stopped putting my trades to break even. And then I just seen that sometimes it would get close to my overall take profit, and then it would just instantly reverse. So that's why I just go for 1 to 2s, one trade a day. I don't do no more than that. I used to do 2 trades a day, but I just found what works for me. So this was trade number one, the winner that I took Thursday. And then Friday was actually an L that I took. And let me go over that as well. So let me delete all of this. Back up to the 4 hour time frame to draw out my highs and lows. And let me draw out my session. So 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Where we at? Friday. Oh, let me go to the 1 hour. 6 a.m. 10 a.m. All right, now let's go back up to the 4 hour time frame, draw out the highs and lows. It was real choppy this day. That's one of the reasons I took an L. I was trying to make out structure, but it was real choppy. So highs and lows, just a down move and an up move is considered a low for me, and the up and a down move is considered a high for me. So that's the simplest way that I found after doing a lot of research and studying multiple people's courses, and this is what works for me. So down move, up move. This is the low, and then uh, this was a low. But let me see. Let me drop down to the 1 hour to see if it breaks the high or low before my session starts. I don't use that zone anymore. So okay, here, yeah. So it broke at what is this, around 7 o'clock. So this zone is still valid for me personally. So then I dropped to the 1 hour, down move, up move. This is a low, and then up move, down move. This is a high, and then down move, up move. So let me drop down to a lower time frame to see if this candle right here broke the low before my session actually started. So okay, it broke around 6:15. My session starts at 6 a.m., so I'm good. So, anyways, I will start here. So now what I did and why I took an L was I didn't look at the 15-minute time frame to draw out a higher time frame structure. I just instantly dropped to the 5 minute, tried to like draw out structure with all of this choppiness, and then I took an L. So let me just show you what I did. So I was like, okay, I looked to the left. I seen price was going bullish during London session, and I just was drawing out structure, and I seen it break structure, but then it started consolidating up in here, and so I was just trying to make out structure for some reason. I usually don't trade like in a consolidation, but I guess I just wanted to place a trade this day, and I thought I had my directions correct, and also we was close to this high right here, and I just in that moment I wanted price to get to this high and sweep liquidity and then drop down, but obviously that didn't happen, at least not at that point in time. So then when I seen this breaker structure right here, it broke above the consolidation and then it retested. That's when I entered the trade. Uh, I use this zone right here as my demand, and then like I said, I enter off the break of the counter. That's my only entry signal is when price breaks the previous candle that retested my supply or demand zone, whichever way I'm trading. And this is just for my supply and demand. I also trade liquidity sweeps, but I still wait for a break of the candle regardless. So break of the candle of this last bearish candle right here. Stop loss was right below that candle, and I barely went into profit, and then it instantly stopped me out like real quick, like within like 5 8 minutes, whatever you want to call it. So that was my entry 1 to 2. It really don't matter because we didn't hit it anyway. But that was my entry, and that was the L that I took. So once I back tested this trade during the weekend, let me show you what I did to not trade this setup and trade the most optimal setup. Obviously, this is looking back in time, so it's a little different. But regardless, I would go to the 15-minute time frame like I usually do, and I would draw out structure. So 15 minute. So what I seen was the same thing I seen on the 5 minute. I seen price was bullish, and so I drew out structure. And like I said, a up candle and a down candle is a high. A down candle and a up candle, or a bearish candle and a bullish candle is a low for me. So I seen price go up, down, it created a lower high, and then it broke structure right here. So once price broke that structure on the 15-minute time frame, I can see that we're changing. We got a change in character. So what I usually do when price breaks structure on the 15-minute, I drop down to my entry time frame, which is a 5 minute primarily. So drop down to that time frame, and you can see that this supply zone is up here. But also, what you can see is I wouldn't have been able to enter this trade because it was before my session. So that eliminated like this whole trade. But I could have still had another entry. So once my trade session opened up, you can see when price came into this supply zone, and I'm bearish because of the 15-minute broke this low. So that's why I'm bearish. And then it retested this supply zone and it continued to push down. And then it created a lower high, a lower low, lower high. So for me, if I can't get a 1 to 2 risk to reward before price hits my target area, which is the highs and lows that I mark up on the 4 hour and 1 hour, if I can't get the risk to reward that I want, then I would have to drop down to the 1 minute time frame to catch an entry and to have a better risk to reward. If I can't find a 1 minute entry, then I just won't take the trade at all. So this trade in particular wouldn't have worked out because price on the 5 minute time frame didn't hit a 1 to 2 R to R before my setup. So the setup that I was looking at when back testing was, like I said, made a lower high, lower low, lower high. lower low. And I marked out this supply zone, and then break of the candle is my entry. So if I look at a break of the candle, this was the lower high, lower low. This bullish candle pushed up into the supply zone, and right here would have been my entry after the break of the candle. And then this low, I think this was on the 1 hour time frame. I marked this low out, and obviously you can see that this wouldn't have worked out at all. This it's not even a one R to R. So scratch that. So I'll drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Drop down to the one. Okay, drop down to the 1 minute time frame, and I can see way more structure on the 1 minute. So 5 minute is my primary time frame. If I can find a 5 minute entry, I will always take that first because I have a higher chance in price hitting my target. If I took all of my entries off of the 1 minute primarily, then I would have a lot more trades get stopped out because it's a lot more action going on the 1 minute, and you can get faked out easily. So let me delete this. This was 5 minute structure. So what I would do in this case on the 1 minute is the same exact thing, just on the lower time frame. So I would look at structure. I'm gonna just start from this low, this lower high, this lower low, lower high. So once I do that, draw out my supply zone or demand zone, whichever way you're trading in. And I would draw my zone from either the candle itself, the last buy to sell candle, or you can draw from the entire pullback. So usually on the 1 minute time frame, I would probably be drawing from the entire pullback because on the 1 minute, sometimes price doesn't hit the exact last buy to sell count. It might hit somewhere in between, or it might just retest the low and then that's it. So I draw the whole zone, and same thing. Watch for the break of the candle. So in this case, this this is the bullish candle that pushed up into supply. No candle broke it. The next candle, this bearish candle right here broke it. So this will be my entry signal. Move this to the side. Stop loss below that candle. I mean above that bearish candle, and then 1 to 2. And so if I drop down to the lower time frame, you'll see that this bearish candle broke up and then broke back below. So it didn't break below this candle and then would have stopped me out. So let me just show you that real quick. I go like to the 5 second chart or something. Where we at? All right, right here. So this is the doji, and then price went up and then broke below with this bearish candle right here. And then this would have been my entry signal, the break of the candle. And then price instantly would have hit TP for a 1 to 2. And then I'm out the trade instantly. So that was all I wanted to show y'all. Just show y'all my breakdowns of my past two trades, one win, one loser. Um, I'm going to be showing y'all my daily setups. I usually take one trade a day. Sometimes I might not find a trade at all, so won't be no trades that day. So the days that I do trade, I'm going to record it and I'm going to show y'all, and I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch out for the wait for like an hour or hour and a half for my trades to play out. Usually they're like this, which this trade would have played out around 6:18. That's when it would have completed. And my trading day starts around 6 a.m. So there's only 18 minutes. It's not that bad. But sometimes I will catch a trade around 7:30 or around 8:30, and I am Central Standard Time. So for me, the 9:30 candle on the East Coast is 8:30 candle for me. So sometimes I catch a trade around that time, and then I usually never catch a trade after 8:30. If I don't catch a trade before then I'm really just done with the day because after that I don't really find much moves personally, not the trades that I'm looking for. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. You got any questions, just comment or hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram should be in the description. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.